So the last section we'll talk about is setting yourself up for success and also your system's champion. Sometimes I think one of the best ways to show this is just by seeing how someone else did it. So let's take a closer look at Renee Kelly. She's an occupational therapist from Mildura. She and her husband, Matt, own an allied health business called Lyme Therapy. They provide a bunch of different services. They're an occupational therapist, but they do things like physio and speech therapy and hand therapy and a bunch of other therapies. Renee already intuitively knew that systems were important. She'd read the E-Myth. And when she read Systemology, she instantly got it. And she jumped on one of our group programs with James. And James led them through the process of finding and identifying their systems champion. There's a little bit of resistance at the start, but then very similar to Alison, once they were on board, they look back now and they say that was the best thing that we ever did. And it was Caleb. There's an interview that I will be posting shortly with Caleb. I've already posted Renee's interview. So now I've got the business owner and the systems champion that you'll be able to listen with. And again, the reason I share all these interviews is so that you can listen to them, so you can pick up the patterns, and then you can spot the patterns when you're in that moment. Because you might not recognize it, but if you have seen it before, it makes it easier. Caleb, he learnt under James and learnt everything about, like he was an apprentice. He fit that model. He was trained through uni to be a therapist, but he didn't know how to run a business like an allied health business. So they identified him as the systems champion and then worked with him going through the program where they went through the critical client flow. They identified the NDIS psychosocial and physical needs service that they offered. They started there, went through and did the critical client flow as part of the program, and then I started to identify where in the team the knowledge already existed, who knew how to do those different tasks, then started to record the video of those tasks getting complete. Some of them Renee did, some of them Matt did, some of their finance did, but Caleb was there all the way through and helped to document and organize. This was before ChatGPT, so he was watching those videos and pulling out the process and documenting it. Now that's infinitely quicker with a lot of the processes that we share when it comes to documentation. And they've continued to work till they reached minimum viable systems. They built this culture that has completely transformed their business. Renee said that that cultural shift and embracing systems and process was something that they weren't expecting. The team has got on board and they've seen a significant reduction in the time it takes to complete certain administrative tasks. In the interview, she gave a great example of invoicing and how much it's saved. And I think there's another finance task around maybe wages, I think it was. But they've increased the number of clients that they can serve without proportionally increasing or adding additional headcount or costs to those operational sides of the business. And they're seeing their profit margins increase and their revenues continue to grow. I hope you enjoyed that clip. Just a heads up, it was a snippet taken from the Business Systems Accelerator program, which is the world's first training for systems champions to help you build a systems-driven organization. If you'd like to find out more about the program, head over to systemology.com/BSA, and I'll see you in the next video.